Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we are going to recognize the class of 2026 senior girls basketball players and senior cheerleaders. First up, we have Lady Bear Cameron Cardos. Cameron is the daughter of Shane and Lori Cardos. When asked how long she has played basketball, she said, "My whole life." In regards to who has made the biggest and most lasting influence on you, she said, "Her teammates. They have shown me the importance of showing up and giving something your all every day, relying on each other when things get hard, and playing for something bigger than herself." Her favorite basketball memory comes from Branson summer camp. They get to hang out as a team, swim in the pool, run around the hotel, and when we were supposed to be in bed for an early game, but the one thing I will never forget is when we DoorDashed $60 worth of food and only got French fries and a drink. Cameron Cardos. Next up is Jimmy Jo Suffolk, daughter of Tim and Shayna Suffolk. Jimmy has played basketball since the first grade. Her biggest and most lasting influence, she said, was her parents. They have supported me and believed in me and have taught me to never give up and taught me to have good work ethic that can be applied to many things in life, including basketball. Her favorite memory She said it was very hard for her to choose, but sophomore year, riding around on big wheel trikes and the pre-workout incident the week of the Osage tournament. I assume somebody else in the gym knows what that means. Jimmy Joseph. Next up, we'll have our cheer seniors. Miss Kylie Cole, daughter of Elaine and Jesse Cole. Kylie has been a cheerleader from 9th through 12th grade. Her biggest and most lasting impact, she said, were her Nana and Papa. Her whole life, they've been there for her and have always wanted the best for me. Her favorite cheer memory was when our team won the Spirit Award her sophomore year. Her favorite quote or phrase is her family Bible verse, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Her future plan is to go to OTC, and her advice for underclassmen is, it's okay to not have everything figured out. Kylie Cole. Next up is Audrey Boland, daughter of Lucas and Candace Boland. She's been a cheerleader for 3 years. She says that her amazing grandmother Angela has made a lasting impact on her life. So much of who I am comes from her. Also, my teacher, Mr. Hahn, has taught me so many valuable things I will forever appreciate. Her favorite cheer memory is hanging with friends and morning practice laughs. Her favorite quote or phrase, what you can't control shouldn't consume your mind. Her future plans are to attend OTC and then transfer to Missouri State. And her advice for underclassmen is no matter how you feel, always be kind and never take life too seriously. Audrey Boland. Next up, senior McKinnon Douglas, daughter of Andrew and Becky Douglas. McKinnon has been a cheerleader for 4 years. She says, my parents made the biggest impact because they have both taught me how to work hard and they have supported me all 4 years. Her favorite memory from cheer is taking Molly home from practice. Her favorite quote or phrase is, you have no idea how many lives you've impacted just by existing. Her future plans include attending college to get her teaching degree and teach history at an alternative high school. Her advice for underclassmen is to always be yourself, no matter what. McKinnon Douglas. Next up, Desiree Hartley. She's escorted by her mother, Erin Herrera. She's been a cheerleader the last 3 years. Her biggest and most lasting impact is her mother because she has supported me through every decision I've made in life. Her favorite memory from cheer is Frisco League sophomore year when they won the Spirit Award. Her favorite quote or phrase, sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory, Dr. Seuss. Her future plans are to go to cosmetology school and become a nail tech. Her advice for underclassmen would be to take your time. Time goes fast, and once it does, you can never go back. Desiree Hartley. Next senior is Miss Naomi Hand. She's escorted by her parents, Dean and Susan Hand. She's been a cheerleader for 4 years. Her biggest impact is her parents because they have taught me that on the hardest of days, it's the best to stay and fight together. I would also like to take this moment to give some credit to my all-time favorite teacher, Mr. Hahn. Her favorite memory from cheer was when one of her teammates came tumbling down from a stunt and landed directly on me. Her favorite quote or phrase is, I don't know what my future holds, but I know who holds my future, Tim Tebow. Her future plans are to go to MSU and earn her degree in elementary education and teach first grade gen ed or special education. Her advice for underclassmen is don't take it for granted. Enjoy it and take it slow. Make friends and be kind to everyone. Naomi Hand. Next up is Jaden Ogle, daughter of Jeanette and Tracy. Jaden has been a cheerleader all 4 years. Jaden says Nevaeh Carter made the biggest impact on her because she is always willing to lend a helping hand and she has always been a great friend. Her favorite cheer memory is getting to come back to cheer this year after losing that ability last season. Her favorite quote, "Win or lose, keep a smile on your face. You are living someone else's dream." Lane Frost. Her future plans are to become a large animal veterinarian and start her own practice in Crocker or Waynesville. Her advice for underclassmen is to be coachable but not changeable, and don't let senioritis get the best of you. Jaden Noble. Next up is Catherine Sperber, daughter of Robert and Katrina Sperber. Catherine has been a cheerleader for 3 years. Her biggest and most lasting impact comes from her sister Victoria. She has shown me that each day can only be as good as you let it. Her favorite cheerleading memory is hitting our double basket toss this year at Frisco. Her favorite quote or phrase, "With God, all things are possible." Her future plans is to receive a Bachelor of Science in Nursing from Lincoln University. And her advice for underclassmen is always give it your all. Never hold back because you're afraid of someone might think. Catherine Sperber. And our last senior, Miss Hayden Walters, daughter of Miss and Jordan Walters. Hayden has been a cheerleader for 4 years. Her biggest impact comes from her parents for being the most strong-willed and encouraging people in her life, and Miss Henson for always being in my corner. Her favorite cheer memory were the days when us girls just goof off all practice and spending time with my friends, and being with Ashley. Her favorite quote or phrase, "I encourage you to live with life. Be courageous, adventurous, give us tomorrow more than we deserve." Maya Angelou. Her future plans, she plans on going to Springfield and continuing her education at Paul Mitchell for aesthetics and hopefully opening her own salon. Her advice for underclassmen, it goes by so fast. Cherish every moment, don't take it seriously, laugh always, take pictures, and have so much fun. Hayden Walters. Let's give one more round of applause to our class of 2026 leaders.
All right, and with that ends the senior night festivities. We're going to keep the stream rolling here, but we're going to hear from our sponsors. From now until just before the start of the game, I have lineup announcing duty for the varsity game, so I won't be back till right before the tip-off. So just hang in there, grab a sandwich, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be back in about 15 or so minutes with the start of the varsity contest in just a little while. We'll see you then. It's a fact of life that even the most reliable equipment occasionally will break down. When that happens, Farm to Fun Mechanical can fix it fast. Trucks, tractors, ATVs, big or small, Farm to Fun can fix it all. No need to worry about paying a tow truck either, because they will come to you. For fast, reliable, and honest service, call Farm to Fun Mechanical, 573-286-8999, and tell them that Kale sent you.
K&K Meat Processing is your local source for high-quality meats. Not only do they provide affordable processing for your homegrown livestock, K&K also has retail and bulk bundles of quality meat at fair prices. Offering whole, half, and quarter beeves, as well as burgers, steaks, poultry, and pork, all vacuum sealed for quality and convenience. If it oinks, squawks, or moos, K&K has it available for you. So the next time it's Fill the Freezer Day, look no further than K&K, 364 Phillipsburg Lane in Richland. Winter winds can take a toll on your skin, so it needs something to keep it smooth and supple, but the harsh chemicals and suffocating fragrance of the commercial brands can leave you disappointed. So why not try Bees Needs all-natural beef tallow skincare products? Tallow is an all-natural substance containing rich fatty acids and essential vitamins for your skin. Not only is it a great moisturizer, but it can also help with elasticity, keeping your skin feeling soft and looking its best. Bees Needs even has mechanics and shave soap for the fellas, so contact Bees Needs today and give your skin the pampering it deserves. ZCM Timber Harvesting in Iberia is dedicated to getting you the best value for your timber. We know how hard you worked for your land and how important it is to you and your family. That's why we want to make your land work for you in return. With free, no-obligation consultations, ZCM Timber will get you the best value for your timber while conserving the integrity of your land. Call us today at 573-569-0592. The Bank of Iberia first opened its doors in 1899 and has been tirelessly serving the Miller, Pulaski, and surrounding counties ever since. You don't stay in business that long without knowing a thing or two about taking care of your neighbors. With branches in Iberia and Waynesville, they offer checking, savings, loans, and the friendly customer service that you've come to expect from your hometown bank. So roll on over to Rocktown or wheel into Waynesville and find out what the Bank of Iberia can do for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. When disaster strikes, every second matters. Water, fire, mold, and storm damage or trauma cleanup can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to face it alone. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, our certified restoration experts are on call 24/7, arriving fast to protect what matters most. From cleanup to complete rebuild, we restore your home or property and your peace of mind. If you need help fast, give us a call. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, we master any disaster. For 125 years, the Marys County Bank has been dedicated to serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. We have friendly in-house services for your auto, ag, home, business, and personal banking needs. With 11 locations including Richland and St. Robert, the Marys County Bank is a convenient way to manage your finances. Come see a friendly face today at any of our 11 locations and let our knowledgeable staff serve your needs. The Marys County Bank, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. CNC Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at CNC Farm and Home in Lebanon and Bolivar. Whether you need products for lawn and garden, electrical, hardware, or housewares, the good folks at CNC have what you need. They also carry the essentials for pets and livestock, fencing, automotive care, clothing, and even toys. Since 1970, CNC has provided quality products and service in Lebanon, Bolivar, and the surrounding areas, so stop in today and see what CNC can do for you.
Oh no, there's a huge crack in my windshield. I need it fixed fast. What am I going to do?
You're going to call Glasshopper Mobile Glass Service. With 30 years of experience, Scott and Glasshopper has your glass covered, delivering top-quality, professional, and friendly service to the surrounding area. Whether it's a chip, crack, or shattered glass, windshields, liftgate windows, or anything in between, if it's auto glass, Glasshopper will fix it fast. Call Glasshopper LLC in Richland today, 573-765-4276. Are you fed up with the limited selection and high prices at the big box stores? Have you grown weary of paying a premium for steaks that don't meet your expectations? Then it's time you see Chris, Todd, and Ira at Three Brothers Meat Company. Three Brothers is your local family-owned butcher shop where you'll find top-quality meats at fair market prices. From chicken, beef, pork, and fish to even something like ostrich or alligator, they've got it all. Plus, with a wide variety of sides, sauces, and spices, and even catering, they are your one-stop shop. Three Brothers Meat Company. Great meat, great service, great people. Backwoods Construction Company is your trusted partner for any project you can imagine. Anything from residential, commercial, agricultural, and so much more, Adam and the Backwoods crew can see it through. From planning and site prep to opening the doors to your dream projects, Backwoods can do it all. Call Adam for your custom design or bring your plans for a quote on your next build. Call Backwoods Construction today at 417-594-1716 and make your vision a reality. As fall approaches, termites, spiders, and other insects will be looking for a warm, comfy place to ride out the winter. But these treacherous tenants can destroy your home. Don't let your home become a safe haven for unwelcome guests. Let A to Z evict those freeloading pests. A to Z is FHA and VA approved and serves Pulaski County and the surrounding Ozarks. They offer termite inspections and identify issues that could cost you thousands. A to Z will annihilate those ants, finish off those fleas, and terminate those termites. Eradicating those pests and eliminating your stress is what A to Z does best, so call today. MFA Agri-Services started way back in 1914, and they're still alive and well today. This is because they serve their communities like no one else, offering feed and bedding for pets and livestock, minerals, supplements, veterinary supplies, and so much more. MFA has what you need to keep your farm outstanding in its field. See what we did there? Stop by our location in Richland and see what Wayne and the crew has in stock for you.
ATR in Richland has been in the bulb business since 1984, and they're not done yet. While ATR specializes in industrial, wholesale, and specialty bulbs from manufacturers such as Sylvania, General Electric, and Philips, they also have a retail counter for residential bulbs and fixtures at a fraction of the cost of a big box store. So whether you need to replace one hard-to-find bulb or you get the bright idea for a whole new look, be sure to give the knowledgeable staff at ATR a call. Nobody lights up a room like ATR. Think R&R Motors is just quality used cars at fair prices? Think again. If you need tires, if you're stuck and need a tow, do you want to give your ride a shine? With a wide selection of tires, a towing and recovery service, as well as a self-serve car wash, R&R Motors has you covered. So whether you need a new ride or just want to spiff up the one that you have, go see Richard at R&R Motors, 801 East Jefferson in Richland. Your ride deserves it.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
ZCM Timber Harvesting in Iberia is dedicated to getting you the best value for your timber. We know how hard you worked for your land and how important it is to you and your family. That's why we want to make your land work for you in return. With free, no-obligation consultations, ZCM Timber will get you the best value for your timber while conserving the integrity of your land. Call us.
All right, everybody, welcome. Had to do the intros and all that, and I forgot I'm the cameraman by myself today. So here we go with the varsity contest. Holman, Lohr, Henry, Anderson, Vincent on the floor for the Walnut Grove Lady Tigers, sitting at 12-4. Turnover there by the Lady Bears. Jimmy Joe Suffolk, Mallory Moss, Brooklyn Moore, Cameron Cardos, and Allie Cambier out there for the Lady Bears here. Pass over in the corner, kicks it back up top to Anderson. Inside, pass no good there. Sadie Lohr, the intended target. So turnover apiece to start the ball game here. Long pass back down the other end to Allie Cambier. Back up top to Cardos. Cardos kicks it over to Moss. Moss out to Moore, almost picked away. Back to Moore, top of the key, over in the wing to Moss. Walnut Grove sitting at 12-4. They're 3-1 versus Richland in previous matchups, losing last year. They are Class 1 number 4 this year. And that one's going to end up out of bounds. The referee over there was not exactly on the ball, no pun intended, in calling that one out of bounds. Inbound to Cardos and travel. So 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. Is an inauspicious beginning here for the Lady Bears. Pass over there to Vincent. Vincent back up top here to Sadie Lohr. Lohr's going to drive the block up and around Jimmy Joe, and she travels, so the basket will not count. Small favor there for the Lady Bears. Moss brings it in off the inbound here. Working on Lohr. Double team brought up there by Henry. Kicks it across to Cardos, out to Moore. Moore, the shot, no good. Rebounded underneath there by Vincent. Passes it up top to Maylee Holman, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Holman. So it'll be Lady Bears ball here. 6:26 to go in the first quarter as the Lady Bears inbound it. Moss takes it in the backcourt here, guarded by Sadie Lohr. Makes a move. Passes through the double team from Cambier. Cambier launches the 3. No good off the back of the basket. Rebounded by Holman. Holman kicks it off here to Anderson. Anderson long pass down underneath. And a foul going to be called there, which will send Anna Vincent to the line here to shoot 2. Chance to get the first points on the board. Moss picks up her first. So Walnut Grove, Class 1, number 4. Lady Bears sitting at 8 and 9, unranked this year. I believe they were ranked last year when they faced them. And she misses the first there. Almost a minute elapsed and nobody on the board. Second shot up here by Vincent. That one, no good. Went every which way but in there. And back the other side we go to Cambier. Cambier passes it backwards. Kicked around, ends up on the floor. Cambier comes up with it, and a jump ball going to happen. Nope. So jump ball goes to the possession of the Walnut Grove Lady Tigers here. Pressure in the backcourt. Pass up top to Vincent. Vincent over Cardos. Cardos swats it out of bounds. She said, "You'll have nothing and like it." So inbound underneath the basket here by Walnut Grove. Into Vincent. Vincent this time up, and that one will roll in. Vincent first on the board for either team tonight with 5:40 to go here in the first. Pass down to Cardos. Long pass down to Cambier. Bernie Kincaid kind of cherry picking underneath there. That bad pass ends up in the hands of Cambier, and she's got the Lady Bears on the board. Kind of a turnover fest so far to start the ball game. This one drives in. Yes, off the backboard, Ashton Anderson with the circus shot. Nice body control there to get that one going. And a push going to be called on. That is going to be on Sadie Laura, her first. So just a 2-point ball game here. Kicks in the inbound to the backcourt to Mallory Moss. She'll dribble up here into the double team once again. In trouble, gets around. Now it's a mismatch underneath. Moss goes for the hole and loses it on the way through, but it'll go off the hands of Holman. And Moss to inbound it here. Gets it into Allie Cambier. Back to Moss. Moss on the wing. Back up to Cardos. Cardos over to Moore on the block. She's going to go for it. No. Hits the bottom of the basket instead of the top. Bounce pass underneath. Good pressure by the Lady Bears here in the backcourt. Tigers passing right through it. Good ball movement on their end, and that one is going to go. Kendall Henry getting her first of the ball game here. That was going to be tipped out of bounds by Walnut Grove and stay with the Lady Bears. And that's going to be a substitution in. Number 4 in for number 14. I'll tell you who that is here in just a moment. Moss dribbles through the crowd. Couple steps and good. Up and in. Moss has her first points of the evening here. To cut the lead to just one score here versus the Walnut Grove Lady Tigers. Passing it around here. Inside to Laura. Laura, no good on the shot. Rebound contested. Going to be flipped out of bounds off of Walnut Grove. And Lady Bears will take possession. That is Laramie Zabel, number 4 there. Walnut Grove takes it away off the inbound. And a double dribble going to be called there on Holman. Inbound in the backcourt. 4:05 left here in the first quarter. Moss back the other direction. She's got Braithwaite over there on the wing. Back to Moss. Moss, the deep three. No. Rebounded underneath there. That is Anderson on the rebound. Oh, nope, excuse me. Anderson handling the ball. That was Sabrina Lohr on the rebound. And a foul called there on Brooklyn Moore, her first. Inbound in the backcourt to Anderson. Anderson over there to Zabel. Zabel inside. That pass a little hot to handle for Colby Albert. Moss off the inbound, powers her way to the other side. She's going to go to the hole, nobody there in front of her. And good. And she ties it here at 6. We're going to have a full timeout taken. We'll take one with them here. And we'll be back in just a moment after this.
Winter winds can take a toll on your skin, so it needs something to keep it smooth and supple, but the harsh chemicals and suffocating fragrance of the commercial brands can leave you disappointed. So why not try Bees Needs all-natural beef tallow skincare products? Tallow is an all-natural substance containing rich fatty acids and essential vitamins for your skin. Not only is it a great moisturizer, but it can also help with elasticity, keeping your skin feeling soft and looking its best. Bees Needs even has mechanics and shave soap for the fellas, so contact Bees Needs today and give your skin the pampering it deserves. Donnie's Garage is the place to take your vehicle for any and all of your maintenance and repair needs. Donnie's has the experience and knowledge to repair cars, trucks, farm implements, skid steers, and so much more. If it has wheels, Donnie's Garage can get it rolling. I trust him with my vehicles, and you can too. So whether you need new brakes, a new engine, an oil change, or an overhaul, be sure to give Donnie's Garage a call. 417-718-5530 and tell him that Kale sent you.
That ad there for Bees Needs is our very own Brooklyn Moore there. Playing defense off the inbound, ends up on the floor. Braithwaite goes for it, and a jump ball. Stop them before they hurt one another here. And a timeout called by Richland again. They'll take a 30-second timeout. So Brooklyn Moore, number 10 there on the Richland squad, for those of you who are not locals. Bees Needs is her company. She sells the beef tallow, skincare products, healthcare products, whatever you want to call them. It's pretty good stuff. I got the chapstick. I like it a lot. Definitely helps lock in moisture, but it's good for a young kid to get into entrepreneurship like that. We appreciate her being a sponsor last week during the Iberia tournament. So we wanted to give her a freebie today so I can recognize all her hard work she does with that company. And she does do a great job with that quality products. So if you guys are looking for something for skincare, it's maybe a little more natural than some of the other things you might use, look at Bees Needs. She has stuff for sale all over the place and on our website. Pass over to Cambier from Bernie. Back up top, high post to Cardos. Cardos back out to Cambier. Moving the ball around here. 3 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. Cardos going to go to the block. No. Off the backboard. Ball's loose. Moore dives for it. Ends up in the hands there of Kendall Henry. And a push going to be called on the Lady Bears here. It's going to be on Bernie Kincaid. That'll be her first. So 2:57 on the clock here. They're going to bring it all the way back to this side where the foul occurred. Inbound to Kendall Henry. Back at top to Isabel. Isabel swings it around now inside to Sadie Lohr, who gets her first bucket of the ball game here to take a 2-point lead over the Lady Bears. Pressure off the inbound. Moss dribbles through, gets it over to Cambier. Cambier has it poked away there by Sadie. Ends up in the hands of Kendall Henry again. When they're both on the floor, Sadie and Sabrina will be known by their first names. That three no good there by Albert. Rebounded underneath, back up, no good. Neither Sabrina nor Sadie could come up with the rebound and the bucket there, so it'll stay 8-6, 2:09 left here in the first quarter. Kicked out to Cambier, now back up to Bernie. Bernie's going to drop it off here with Moss. Moss drops it off to Cambier. Cambier's going to drive in, dishes to Bernie. Little circle offense going on up top here. Just trying to keep everybody in motion. Moss goes to drive in, and she will get a reach-in call on Sadie Lohr. That'll be her second. Sadie, Sabrina, and Mallory all play together for club ball, if you want to call it that. AAU, travel ball, whatever you know it as. So another handful of subs coming in here. Here's the inbound from Moss up top to Cardos. Cardos guarded there by Holman, and a foul. That's going to be a foul on number 15 there. That'll be Ashton Anderson picking up her first. Inbound to Cam Beer, gets it over to Moss. Moss drives the middle, through traffic, up and in. Basket will count. The show in line to shoot one more. So Moss heads the line for her first free throw attempts here of the evening, or first free throw attempt to complete the old-fashioned three-point play and take a 1-point lead with 1:39 to go here in the first quarter. It's up and it's good. Long pass down inside, blocked again by Cardos. Anna Vinson getting an invitation to the block party. If I can just get Cameron to start doing the finger wag, the old Matumbo style. Not today. Flip pass over there to Albert. Albert back up top to Ashton Anderson. Dishes it over here to Kendall Henry. Long pass back across. Trying to work it inside. Ball gets loose. Picked up by Walnut Grove. Kicked back out here to Henry. Henry over to, that is number 3. That's one of those that checked in I didn't write down. And a blocking foul. That is KK Daughtry. And a blocking foul going to be called on Moss, I believe. That'll be her second. Nope. Yes, that'll be her second. 14 fouls for Walnut Grove so far. I believe 4 for Richland as well. Inbound to Henry, or pass into Henry, and it's going to be a jump ball. It'll go with the Lady Bears here. Da Bears. Minute to go here in the first quarter. Bounce pass into Moss. Moss getting tangled up there with Henry, gets away. Bounce pass into Cambier. Cambier going to draw the foul. That's going to be on Anna Vinson. That'll be her first, and that'll send Cambier to the line here to shoot 2. She's got 2 of the 9. Looking to make it a third and a fourth. Walnut Grove's coach kind of saying, hey, that's the same thing the other one's doing on the other end there. Make sure you call that evenly. And I don't blame him. I do the same thing in his position. That does put Richland in the bonus here with 54.3 on the clock in the first. Cambier makes the first, misses the second. Rebound, swiped it away by Cardos. Shot put up by Moss, no good. And Henry will handle it back the other way. Under pressure here by Moore. Back over, passes it to Anderson. Anderson dishes inside, no. Anna Vincent going to draw a foul there on that one. So that foul is going to be on Cardos, if I'm not mistaken. It is her first, and that will send Vincent to the line here to shoot 2 more. Missed them both earlier. First one is up, and that one will go. 38 on the clock here in the first. Vincent's second one will get the friendly roll. Makes them both to tie this ball game at 10. 37 seconds and counting. Long pass down here to Bernie. And a travel called on Bernie Kincaid in the process. So that'll give Walnut Grove the ball back with 33 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Chance to take a lead here before halftime. Sadie Laurel make her way back in the ball game here. Inbound to Henry. Henry, long pass up to Laura, picked away by Moss. Moss going to the hole, and a blocking foul going to be called there on Kendall Henry. So Moss will go to the line here to shoot 2. And that is Henry's first foul. So all the starters, except for Holman, have 1 at least. So Moss to the line here to shoot 2. First one is good. Second one up. Misses it. So makes one of two. 1 point lead, 20 seconds left on the clock here. Walnut Grove trying to go to that quarter break with a lead here, and they have an opportunity. 10, 9, 8, screen set, 7, 6, inside. Vincent up over Cardos, no good. Cardos gets it 1 second on the clock, and she will try for a last second attempt, and it is nowhere near good. So as we head to the second quarter here, Richland with a 1 point lead over Walnut Grove. We'll be back here in just a minute after this.
The Bank of Iberia first opened its doors in 1899 and has been tirelessly serving the Miller, Pulaski, and surrounding counties ever since. You don't stay in business that long without knowing a thing or two about taking care of your neighbors. With branches in Iberia and Waynesville, they offer checking, savings, loans, and the friendly customer service that you've come to expect from your hometown bank. So roll on over to Rocktown or wheel into Waynesville and find out what the Bank of Iberia can do for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. When disaster strikes, every second matters. Water, fire, mold, and storm damage or trauma cleanup can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to face it alone. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, our certified restoration experts are on call 24/7, arriving fast to protect what matters most. From cleanup to complete rebuild, we restore your home or property and your peace of mind. If you need help fast, give us a call. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, we master any disaster.
All right, back out of the quarter break here. 11-10. Richland is leading. Richland hasn't played to their potential for part of this season. That's sitting at 8-9. They have played some tough teams, but they have lost to some teams they probably should have beaten on paper at least. Walnut Grove, only 4 losses this year. Doing pretty well. So 1 point lead here for Richland. Has got to put panic into the Walnut Grove Tigers just a little bit as this one goes up and in for Kendall Henry. Gets her second bucket of the night here. Back over the other direction. Out to Allie Cambier, now to Cardos, back up to Moss. Moss thought about the long three. She's going to drive in instead. Left hand, no. Rebounded by Moore. Moore trying to dribble out of trouble. Lohr getting in her way. Gets it to Moss on the way down to the floor. Moss the shot, no. Rebounded by Cardos. Stolen away there by Holman. Holman and Lohr on the break, and that one's going to go up and in. No, missed it. Lorman quite literally missed the layup there. And a foul going to be called in the process here. Going to be on Cardos, her second. Inbound. Back up top here to Holman. That's Anderson. Anderson dishes it over here to Henry. Henry back up top. Over in the corner now to Holman. Trying to get it inside there to Sadie Lohr, and they do. And a foul going to be called on Brooklyn Moore. That'll be her second. So 2 fouls apiece for Moss, Moore, and Cardos. Inbound there to Holman. Holman kicks it out here to Henry. Henry kicks it around here to Anderson. Anderson over to Sadie Lohr. Back up top to Holman. Guarded by Cambier. Bernie nearly gets a hold of that pass. Lohr's going to drive through traffic, up and in. That's her second bucket of the night and gives Walnut Grove a 3-point lead here. Moss drives off the glass. Yes! Moss now has 10 on the evening. Back over the other way. Sadie Lohr going to the block again. That one's going to fall, and she's going to go to the line here for the and one. Sadie Lohr turning it on here in the second quarter. Blocking foul is going to go on Bernie Kincaid. That is her first. And the free throw up for the and one, no good. Rebounded by Cardos, but she can't get it clean. Almost comes loose there. Sabrina kicks it out here. Up top to Anderson. Anderson tries to bounce pass it in to Holman. And back the other way it'll go. And a foul on the floor. That's going to be on Kendall Henry. That'll be her second for the Lady Tigers. Suffolk and Braithwaite checking in here for the Lady Bears. Going to give Bernie and Brooklyn a rest. Inbound to Cardos. Over to Jimmy Joe. Jimmy Joe trying to move the ball around. Gets it over here to Moss. Cardos wide open in the corner. Cardos, the quick three. No. Rebounded underneath by Sadie. And a quick fast break down the other way into the lane. Yes. Sadie Lohr decided she didn't like being behind. 5-point lead here for Walnut Grove. Moss, the floater from the free throw line. No. Moss trying to force shots right at the moment. That one up and good. That was Holman getting her first points of the ball game here to make it a 7-point lead. And Richland's going to take a full timeout. We'll take one with him as Walnut Grove is extending their lead here. Richland's going to talk about it, and we'll be back with just a minute after this.
Are you fed up with the limited selection and high prices at the big box stores? Have you grown weary of paying a premium for steaks that don't meet your expectations? Then it's time you see Chris, Todd, and Ira at Three Brothers Meat Company. Three Brothers is your local family-owned butcher shop where you'll find top-quality meats at fair market prices. From chicken, beef, pork, and fish to even something like ostrich or alligator, they've got it all. Plus, with a wide variety of sides, sauces, and spices, and even catering, they are your one-stop shop. Three Brothers Meat Company. Great meat, great service, great people. Backwoods Construction Company is your trusted partner for any project you can imagine. Anything from residential, commercial, agricultural, and so much more, Adam and the Backwoods crew can see it through. From planning and site prep to opening the doors to your dream projects, Backwoods can do it all. Call Adam for your custom design or bring your plans for a quote on your next build. Call Backwoods Construction today at 417-594-1716 and make your vision a reality.
Richland's ball out of the timeout here. Moss takes it across half court, kicks it over here on the wing to Braithwaite, back up top to Cambier. Braithwaite back over to Moss. 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Inside to Jimmy Joe. Jimmy Joe up off the glass, good. And Jimmy Joe's got herself a bucket here on senior night. Started the year here with a bit of a shoulder injury. It's kept her off the court for a good portion of the varsity season. But tonight on senior night, she's going to let her go. 5-point deficit here, or 5-point lead if depending on who you're rooting for. Sadie Lohr, another 2. She's now got 8 in the quarter. Pass back up to Cardos, the deep 3, no. Rebounded by Jimmy Joe. She tries to kick it back out, tipped, ends up in the hands of Moss. That one blocked. Fast break back down to Holman, swatted. That's going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be Richland's ball off the block. 4th block of the night for Cardos, if my math is mathin'. So 22-15 here. Walnut Grove in the lead. 4 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock in the first. Moss taking her time across half court here. Dribbles over towards the corner. Gets it up here to Cardos. Cardos open. Had a defender out of position. Here's a screen for 3. No. Rebound underneath. Brought down by Sadie. Back down the other end. Sabrina hanging out there in the corner, gets it inside here to Holman. Back to Sabrina. Sabrina back to Holman. Holman up with it. No. Gets her own rebound over Cardos. No. Rebounded by Sadie. Sadie goes to it. And a foul going to be picked up there by Suffolk. That'll be the 4th team foul in the quarter. And that'll send Sadie Lord to the line here to shoot 2 more. Missed the first one earlier. Three of 5 is Walnut Grove prior to these. That one does not go. So 3 of 6 now on the night between Lore and Vincent. Albert checking in here for the Walnut Grove Lady Tigers. Sadie Lore from the free throw line for the second. Yes. Hits it. So she's made 1 of 3 on the night. 3.5 minutes as Moss brings it across the timeline here. Back the other direction, pushes it right side. Kicks it out here to Jimmy Joe. Jimmy Joe back to Moss, setting the screen. Moss, floater from the far block, no good. Back around. Sadie to the hole, over Cardos, no good. Rebound ends up in the hands of, and 3 there by Anderson, good. And now an 11-point lead. I don't have my contacts in. I think that was number 4 that was out there, Isabel. It is. High post here to Cardos. Cardos shooting from the high post. It won't go. Rebounded underneath by Lore. Lore trying to get out of trouble here. Kicks it over to Albert. Albert up here to Sabrina. Sabrina to the block. Trying to pass out. Ends up in the hands of Brooklyn Moore. She'll pass it down here. Moss. 4-on-2 down here. Kicks it out to Braithwaite. Back up here to Cardos for 3. No. Almost went in on the rebound part of it there. Moore tries to save it. Jimmy Joe is out of position to help her. Back down the other direction we go. That one no good off the glass. Rebounded by Moss, and they're on the run now. Moss up, no good. She's gone cold here in the second. Albert getting her just out of position enough to miss that shot. And Cardos going to pick up her 3rd foul here in the second quarter with 2 minutes to go. So that'll send Sabrina Lore to the line here. Shoot her first 2 of the ball game. That is the 15th foul for the Lady Bears here. And a full timeout taken by the Lady Bears here prior to the free throws. So we'll be back here in just a moment after this.
CNC Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at CNC Farm and Home in Lebanon and Bolivar. Whether you need products for lawn and garden, electrical, hardware, or housewares, the good folks at CNC have what you need. They also carry the essentials for pets and livestock, fencing, automotive care, clothing, and even toys. Since 1970, CNC has provided quality products and service in Lebanon, Bolivar, and the surrounding areas. So stop in today and see what CNC can do for you.
Oh no, there's a huge crack in my windshield. I need it fixed fast. What am I going to do?
You're going to call Glasshopper Mobile Glass Service. With 30 years of experience, Scott and Glasshopper has your glass covered, delivering top-quality, professional, and friendly service to the surrounding area. Whether it's a chip, crack, or shattered glass, windshields, liftgate windows, or anything in between, if it's auto glass, Glasshopper will fix it fast. Call Glasshopper LLC in Richland today, 573-765-4276.
All right, back to it. 2 free throw attempts due to Sabrina Lore here. Looking to get her first points on the board tonight. First one is up, and it is good. A 12-point lead now for the Walnut Grove Lady Tigers. After trailing by 1. Second one up, good. They have limited their turnovers here in the second half, and that's been big. Richland has gone cold from the field and now trail by 13. Over to Cambier. Cambier in trouble there by Albert, and that pass going to go out of bounds over the head of Jimmy Joe. And Albert kind of getting a talking to there by coach, like that. You could have got a foul there. That wouldn't have mattered. So basically don't pick up a foul for nothing is what he was telling her. Couple of subs back in here. This one over to KK. Back around. Swinging it inside here to Vincent. Vincent back outside. That one is loose on the ground. And a jump ball called. It'll go the way of the Lady Bears. Minute 29 on the clock here before halftime. Moss takes the inbound here, back across the half court, trailing by 13. With a minute 20 on the clock, they're going to pass it around up top here, try to get somebody out of position and get a shooter open. Moss got passed to into a double team, and a foul going to be called on Walnut Grove. That'll be on Ashton Anderson, her second. So Richland's got a minute 11 here to cut this lead. They're going to have to do that if they want to stay in this thing in the second half, because Walnut Grove is too good to let them have a lead for too long. Inbound in the backcourt there to Moore. She's trapped by Sadie. Sadie. Dribbles off into the corner. Hands it off to Braithwaite. Over to Cambier. Moss through traffic, up and in. Send in the Clowns for that circus shot. That's her first shot of the second quarter. And she'll go to the line here to shoot one more. Circus shot went in. She had just the right amount of spin on that to make it fall. So Jimmy Joe coming out. Cardo's coming back in. The and one here for the old-fashioned three-point play by Moss on the way. And it is good. So a 10-point deficit here. 52 seconds on the clock. Walnut Grove going to waste as much of that clock here before halftime as Richland will allow, unless they can get a pretty easy open shot. Kicked over to Henry on the wing, guarded by Cambier. Cambier is going to pick up a foul. That'll be her first. And that should send Henry to the line here to shoot two. It will. Try to extend that lead here. If you're Walnut Grove, you really don't want to let Richland pull any closer, because they can score when they get a mind to, as the first one goes in here for Henry. So a couple trips down the floor, they can cut this from a 11-point or a 12-point game, depending. Misses that one. Holman comes up with the rebound. But they can cut it from a 11-point game down to about a 3 or 4 point game in no time if they get the opportunity. Pushes it over to Sadie. 25 seconds on the clock here as Walnut Grove just trying to play keep away. Sadie Lohr at the top of the key here. 15 seconds on the clock. Richland not going to pressure him here. Just try to keep him from putting one more in before the half. 9, 8, 7. In trouble over there is KK. She's going to travel. So to give Richland the ball back with 5 seconds on the clock. Have an opportunity for a last second hoorah. See if they can make it. 4, 3, 2. Moss dribbles it off her foot. 1. Desperation shot. Goes in. Wow. Moss. Incredible scorer. And we are going to recognize that fact here in just a second during the halftime. I believe we're going to do it towards the end of halftime. So I'll come back for that. In the meantime, let's go hear from our sponsors as Walnut Grove leads here by 8. We'll be back in just a little bit after this.
ZCM Timber Harvesting in Iberia is dedicated to getting you the best value for your timber. We know how hard you worked for your land and how important it is to you and your family. That's why we want to make your land work for you in return. With free, no-obligation consultations, ZCM Timber will get you the best value for your timber while conserving the integrity of your land. Call us today at 573-569-0592.
The Bank of Iberia first opened its doors in 1899 and has been tirelessly serving the Miller, Pulaski, and surrounding counties ever since. You don't stay in business that long without knowing a thing or two about taking care of your neighbors. With branches in Iberia and Waynesville, they offer checking, savings, loans, and the friendly customer service that you've come to expect from your hometown bank. So roll on over to Rocktown or wheel into Waynesville and find out what the Bank of Iberia can do for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When disaster strikes, every second matters. Water, fire, mold, and storm damage or trauma cleanup can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to face it alone. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, our certified restoration experts are on call 24/7, arriving fast to protect what matters most. From cleanup to complete rebuild, we restore your home or property and your peace of mind. If you need help fast, give us a call. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, we master any disaster. For 125 years, the Marys County Bank has been dedicated to serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. We have friendly in-house services for your auto, ag, home, business, and personal banking needs. With 11 locations including Richland and St. Robert, the Marys County Bank is a convenient way to manage your finances. Come see a friendly face today at any of our 11 locations and let our knowledgeable staff serve your needs. The Marys County Bank, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
C&C Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at C&C Farm and Home in Lebanon and Bolivar. Whether you need products for lawn and garden, electrical, hardware, or housewares, the good folks at C&C have what you need. They also carry the essentials for pets and livestock, fencing, automotive care, clothing, and even toys. Since 1970, C&C has provided quality products and service in Lebanon, Bolivar, and the surrounding areas. So stop in today and see what C&C can do for you.
Oh no, there's a huge crack in my windshield. I need it fixed fast. What am I going to do?
You're going to call Glasshopper Mobile Glass Service. With 30 years of experience, Scott and Glasshopper has your glass covered, delivering top-quality professional and friendly service to the surrounding area. Whether it's a chip, crack, or shattered glass, windshields, liftgate windows, or anything in between, if it's auto glass, Glasshopper will fix it fast. Call Glasshopper LLC in Richland today, 573-765-4276. Are you fed up with the limited selection and high prices at the big box stores? Have you grown weary of paying a premium for steaks that don't meet your expectations? Then it's time you see Chris, Todd, and Ira at Three Brothers Meat Company. Three Brothers is your local family-owned butcher shop where you'll find top-quality meats at fair market prices. From chicken, beef, pork, and fish to even something like ostrich or alligator, they've got it all. Plus, with a wide variety of sides, sauces, and spices, and even catering, they are your one-stop shop. Three Brothers Meat Company. Great meat, great service, great people.
Backwoods Construction Company is your trusted partner for any project you can imagine. Anything from residential, commercial, agricultural, and so much more, Adam and the Backwoods crew can see it through. From planning and site prep to opening the doors to your dream projects, Backwoods can do it all. Call Adam for your custom design or bring your plans for a quote on your next build. Call Backwoods Construction today at 417-594-1716 and make your vision a reality.
As fall approaches, termites, spiders, and other insects will be looking for a warm, comfy place to ride out the winter. But these treacherous tenants can destroy your home. Don't let your home become a safe haven for unwelcome guests. Let A to Z evict those freeloading pests. A to Z is FHA and VA approved and serves Pulaski County and the surrounding Ozarks. They offer termite inspections and identify issues that could cost you thousands. A to Z will annihilate those ants, finish off those fleas, and terminate those termites. Eradicating those pests and eliminating your stress is what A to Z does best, so call today.
MFA Agri-Services started way back in 1914, and they're still alive and well today. This is because they serve their communities like no one else, offering feed and bedding for pets and livestock, minerals, supplements, veterinary supplies, and so much more. MFA has what you need to keep your farm outstanding in its field. See what we did there? Stop by our location in Richland and see what Wayne and the crew has in stock for you.
ATR in Richland has been in the bulb business since 1984, and they're not done yet. While ATR specializes in industrial, wholesale, and specialty bulbs for manufacturers such as Sylvania, General Electric, and Philips, they also have a retail counter for residential bulbs and fixtures at a fraction of the cost of a big box store. So whether you need to replace one hard-to-find bulb or you get the bright idea for a whole new look, Be sure to give the knowledgeable staff at ATR a call. Nobody lights up a room like ATR. Think R&R Motors is just quality used cars at fair prices? Think again. If you need tires, if you're stuck and need a tow, do you want to give your ride a shine? With a wide selection of tires, a towing and recovery service, as well as a self-serve car wash, R&R Motors has you covered. So whether you need a new ride or just want to spiff up the one that you have, go see Richard at R&R Motors, 801 East Jefferson in Richland. Your ride deserves it.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
ZCM Timber Harvesting in Iberia is dedicated to getting you the best value for your timber. We know how hard you worked for your land and how important it is to you and your family. That's why we want to make your land work for you in return. With free, no-obligation consultations, ZCM Timber will get you the best value for your timber while conserving the integrity of your land. Call us today at 573-569-0592. The Bank of Iberia first opened its doors in 1899 and has been tirelessly serving the Miller, Pulaski, and surrounding counties ever since. You don't stay in business that long without knowing a thing or two about taking care of your neighbors. With branches in Iberia and Waynesville, they offer checking, savings, loans, and the friendly customer service that you've come to expect from your hometown bank. So roll on over to Rocktown or wheel into Waynesville and find out what the Bank of Iberia can do for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. When disaster strikes, every second matters. Water, fire, mold, and storm damage or trauma cleanup can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to face it alone. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, our certified restoration experts are on call 24/7, arriving fast to protect what matters most. From cleanup to complete rebuild, we restore your home or property and your peace of mind. If you need help fast, give us a call. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, we master any disaster.
Recognizing Mallory Moss there for scoring her 1,500th point for her career. I think 8 or 10 days ago. She's probably over the 1,600 mark by this point. Second leading scorer in the family. No, she's third place still, but not for long if I had to gander. Her sister Miranda, who graduated in 2022, has 1716 in her career. Her oldest sister Morgan's 1,752 points. She is still a ways off the school leader, though, which would be Kim Fritz from way back in 1993 with 1,989 points for the all-time record for Richland Lady Bears. So if she's at 1,600, she's still 389 points away from holding the school record. But Moss can score through lots of traffic and pretty much at will most of the time. So, start of the third quarter, it is a 7 or 8 point lead for the Walnut Grove Lady Tigers. Here's the inbound to start the third quarter. So Walnut Grove gets it into Kendall Henry. Up underneath and a foul somehow. That's going to be on Cardos. That's her fourth, and that is bad news for the Bears. She's very important on defense as well as offense. First one does not go for, I believe that's Vincent up there. Second one will not go either. She misses both. So Moss will bring it across half court here, taking her time. Dribbles right side, kicks it out to Bernie on the corner, back up to Cambier. Cambier over to Moss once again. And that one's going to go out of bounds. Pressure on the inbound here. Richland going to the press. Kicks it back over to Anderson. Over here to Henry. Henry for three from the wing. Yes! It's only the second three-pointer tonight. Total. So Henry hits the three and gives her 8 points here on the evening. Moss back across half court. That no good. Rebounded underneath by Holman. Back, quick pass back down the other end to Vincent. Vincent up and over Bernie, no good. Rebound contested, ends up in the hands of Walnut Grove. Henry takes it back up top, kicks it over here to Sadie Lohr. Sadie Lohr for three, no. Rebound brought down by the Lady Bears. Moss across half court. Kicks it to Bernie. Bernie dribbles back up top. Stolen away by Sadie Lohr. Fast break. Up and in. Good. Moss knew it wasn't worth the foul. And that lead extends now to 13 for the Walnut Grove Lady Tigers. Over the left side. Dribbles up to the wing. Guarded by Lohr. Kicks out to Bernie Kincaid. Over now to Cambier. Cambier trying to drive in there. Pass it back up to Moore. Moore's going to drive this time into the lane, and a blocking foul. Going to be called on Vincent. So to the line here will go Brooklyn Moore for her first attempts. First is good. Just 7 points in the second quarter for the Lady Bears here. And that is their first points of the third. Moore's first points of the ball game. That one bounces in, makes them both. Cuts it down to 11. That one, a jumper from the lane, good. Kendall Henry has 5 points here in the third. Trying to keep that lead as big as they can here. Especially with Cardoso on the bench, now's the time to build it. Kicks it back over to Moss, overran there by Lohr, tries to get it into Moore, it's picked off. Back the other direction they'll go. Henry kicks it over here to Anderson. Anderson's gonna drive the block, stolen away by Moore. Moore kicks it over to Moss. Over the right side in the lane through traffic is fouled on the way in. So she'll go to the line here. There's a bit of a delay on that foul call. If I seen it from here, I know he saw it. Nothing egregious, but just very obvious. So Moss will go to the line to shoot two with 5 minutes left here. That foul was on Kendall Henry, her third. First one up and good for Moss. Sets the lead to 10. Oh, excuse me, 12. 5 minutes to go here in the third. Moss misses the second. 4:56 on the clock. Quick pass down to Lohr. Lohr up and in, good. She's got 4 now in the quarter. And the defense certainly suffering with Cardos out of the equation here in the third with her 4th foul already. Over to Cambier. Cambier trying to dribble through traffic, loses the ball, kicks it back here to Moss. Moss, college level 3, no. Rebounded underneath there by Hellman. It's going to go out of bounds off of Walnut Grove. Excuse me, Holman, not Hellman. Checking in here will be Zabel for the Walnut Grove Lady Tigers. Here's a kick out to Chesney Braithwaite. Braithwaite over to Bernie. Bernie was not ready for that. It's a miracle she caught it. Back up top to Cambier. Now to Moss. Moss, top of the key. Gets a screen by Chesney. Dribbles in over the middle. Tries to get another screen there for Moore. Kicks it out to Kincaid. Another long 3. This one good off the bank. And a deposit made to make it 38-27 here. Just an 11-point lead now. 4 minutes to go in the third. If Richland can get a couple stops on this end, and there's a turnover, they can stay in this ball game and make it entertaining for us. So Richland will take possession here in the backcourt. If you're tuned in from Walnut Grove, first and foremost, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube, or follow me on Facebook at Better Call Ball. Every little bit helps, and we appreciate you guys tuning in to watch here. Move into Brooklyn Moore. Little under scoop and good, and that brings it down to a single-digit lead here in the third with 3.5 to go. Top of the key, Anderson kicks it over. Lohr bounce pass in, now back up top here to Albert. Albert kicks over to Anderson. Anderson inside to Sabrina. Sabrina in traffic. That one will go. Sabrina's got 4 points now. Moss kicks it out here to Chesney. Chesney up top to Brooklyn. Brooklyn in the lane through traffic. Another little scoop, no good. Rebounded underneath there by Walnut Grove. To the hole goes Sabrina. Bounce pass, not where it should have been. Moss picks it up. Moss, one-on-one there underneath, misses it off the left side of the backboard. And not a great night of shooting here. Zabel dished it off the Lohr. Lohr no good. And they're wondering if it went out of bounds or not. And a whistle blown here. And their coach is like, what are you guys looking at? She got smacked. Sadie Lohr for the inbound. Gets it up there to Anderson. Anderson swings it around here to Albert for 3. Yeah, no. I thought that was going. Missed just to the right, and a jump ball going to head the Lady Bears direction here. Sorry about that. Had to clean my schnoz. All right. Cambier takes it around the right side. She's got room. Tries to shoot it. That one, no good. Rebounded by Walnut Grove. Sadie back down to the other end, no good. And another, that's going to be a foul called on Sabrina. That'll be her first of the ball game. Third team foul here in the quarter for the Walnut Grove Lady Tigers. Oh, no, that was on Sadie, not Sabrina. No, it was Sabrina. They put it on the wrong one. I'll fix it. Braithwaite, guarded by Sabrina, gets it to Cambier, and a foul going to be called there on Ashton Anderson. That'll be her third. 2:07 to go here in the quarter. Walnut Grove just leading by 11. And it's not a safe lead against the Lady Bears here. But with the defense that Walnut Grove has played, that's going to be a hard-fought 11 points for Richland to make up. Inbound to Cardos. Cardos over to Moss. Cardos got to be very careful with 4 fouls here. Dishes it to Braithwaite. Braithwaite in trouble. Gets it to Moss. Moss dribbles into traffic, now trying to dribble out. And a blocking foul. I believe that's going to be assessed to Sadie Lohr. That'll be her third. And that'll be the 5th team foul for the Walnut Grove. It is going to be on Sadie her third, which will send Moss to the line here to shoot 2. Made the first, missed the second on her last attempt. 4 for 5, or 4 for 6 so far. The first one up here is good. And a chance here to cut the lead down to single digits for the Lady Bears if she can make the second. Second shot up. Will not go. Brooklyn Moore with the rebound, trying to get it to Moss, and is picked away there by Henry. Henry down to Lohr. Lohr gets the foul call on Bernie Kincaid. That'll be her second. That'll send Sadie to the line here to shoot 2. She's 1 of 3 on the night so far. And Coach Moore over there lobbying. She stood still. Should have been the charge, but it is what it is there, Coach. So Sadie Lohr, chance to make this or extend this lead. First one up and good for her. $11-point lead now. Second one up for her. Good. And she's got 16. 20 points of the 42 have come from somebody named Lohr here for Walnut Grove. Moss in trouble, gets it off here. Dishes it back over to Moore. Moore's going to drive in. And a blocking foul going to be called there on Walnut Grove. Her feet were still, but she shifted her hips just at that last second. That's all it takes. So she'll be called for the blocking foul, and that'll be Kendall Henry's 4th. And it'll send Brooklyn Moore to the line here. Looks like she took a bump there. Underneath. Ref's going to give her time to make sure everything's okay. So 2 shots here for Moore. First one up, and it is good. Minute and a half to go here in the third. Couple of key turnovers and an extra bucket here, and this is a 1-possession game. But Walnut Grove has been feisty on defense, and I don't expect that to change. Inbound to Lohr, or to Anderson. Anderson kicks it over to Sadie Lohr. Now to Sabrina. Sabrina kicks it over here to Anderson. Anderson almost gets that one picked off. Swings it around here to Sabrina. Sabrina looking for somebody. Gets it up to Sadie. Sadie swings it over here to Holman. No. Rebound brought down by Sadie. Braithwaite on her over there. Gets it to Sabrina. Sabrina guarded by Moss. Back over in the corner now inside to Vincent. Vincent trying to draw the foul there. Rebounded by Sabrina. And a questionable foul call there on Moss will give her her 3rd. And I only say questionable because they showed that she pushed off with her forearm, but she was turned around backwards, so I'm not sure how that works exactly. So to the line to shoot 2 is Sabrina. She made both of hers earlier. Oh, shoot 1, excuse me. That basket counted. My apologies. So she makes it 45-32 here. 3, no good. Rebound. It's going to come off the hands of Daugherty there. Doherty. I'm guessing Doherty. Spelled like dough. KK will be sufficient. So KK, the last one to touch it. Inbound from Moss to Kincaid. Kincaid had a chance at the basket there. Couldn't get a clean hold on that ball. 40 seconds to go here in the third. Lady Bears on the bonus. Kicks it over in the corner to Sabrina. Back up to Sadie. Sadie dribbles it back up top. They're going to take as much time as they possibly can off the clock here. 22 seconds. Swinging it around. Sadie thought about a 3. She's going to pass it in to Sabrina. Stolen away. And a foul going to be called on Vinson. least I would hope so. And a twisted ankle there for Moss. And send her to the line. That one will be on Vinson. That's going to be her fourth. Foul call's pretty even back and forth here between the two in the second half so far. So Moss a little tender on that ankle. First attempt up is no good. And a couple subs coming in here for Walnut Grove. That'll be Zabel checking in, and makes the second. I don't know who else came in there. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Pass over here to Anderson. 4, 3, 2. Last second shot in the lane. No good. Moss comes down with the rebound, and she'll just hold it. So we head to the fourth quarter. It is a 12-point lead for the Walnut Grove Lady Tigers. Class 1, number 4 in the rankings last week. Giving the Bears all they want and more. We'll be back here in just a little bit after this with fourth quarter action.
ZCM Timber Harvesting in Iberia is dedicated to getting you the best value for your timber. We know how hard you worked for your land and how important it is to you and your family. That's why we want to make your land work for you in return. With free, no-obligation consultations, ZCM Timber will get you the best value for your timber while conserving the integrity of your land. Call us today at 573-569-0592. For 125 years, the Marys County Bank has been dedicated to serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. We have friendly in-house services for your auto, ag, home, business, and personal banking needs. With 11 locations including Richland and St. Robert, the Marys County Bank is a convenient way to manage your finances. Come see a friendly face today at any of our 11 locations and let our knowledgeable staff serve your needs. The Marys County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, fourth quarter underway here. Walnut Grove with possession to start the quarter. And they do hold a fairly good lead here, starting the fourth. It's not a safe one, but it's a good one. No lead is safe. Dishes it out to Cardos. Cardos thought about the three. She's going to dribble around for a second. Skip pass over to Cambier, back up to Moss. Moss ain't going to think about it. Three on the way, no. Richland has relied less on the three tonight and has still not been very successful when they have shot it. That rebound comes down to the Lady Bears. Moore will hand it off here to Moss. Back in the lane. And good. So Moss draws the foul on the shot. Shot will go. And that is going to be on, I think, number 15, Anderson. Yes, that'll be her fourth. So two starters now with 4 fouls apiece. Moss goes to the line to shoot the and one. It is up, and it is good. And a 9-point ball game here with 7 minutes to go. It is Walnut Grove's to lose. Three-pointer. Good. Sadie Lohr getting her first points of the fourth quarter here. And extending that lead out to 12 once again. Cardos for three this time. That one will go. First three of the ball game for the Lady Bears comes here in the fourth. That one is going to go out of bounds off of Zabel on the long pass, and a timeout taken by Walnut Grove. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. So just a 9-point lead. As I said, no lead safe, no matter which team we're talking about here. Both of these teams able to score very well when the occasion comes for it. So opportunity here for either team. As I said, it's Walnut Grove's to lose at this point. But Richland has a chance to turn it on. Moss already has 25. Sadie Lohr with 20. There's the inbound. Moss brings it across half court. Jumper from mid-range, yes! And just like that, they've cut it down to 7. Sadie Lohr on the pass. That one almost picked away by Cambier. Kicks it over here to Sadie. Sadie inside, no good. Holman on the attempt there, off the bounce pass. 6 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock here. Moss to the hole, in traffic, and fouled on her way through. They're going to call that a travel. Yeah, I don't know about that. We say we see a replay of that real fast, and you judge for yourself. There. Right about there is about where we want to go. Moss driving in. Yeah, maybe, maybe not. Back down the other end. Here's a 3 attempt by Anderson. Good! And Anderson doing her best to keep this out of reach. It makes it a 10-point ball game once again. It's Anderson's second 3 of the night, gives her 8 points total here. .540 on the clock here. That foul is on Sadie Lohr, her 4th. And if Lohr, Vinson, or Anderson fouls out, could be bad news here in the 4th quarter with 5:40 on the clock. And a foul there by Sabrina Lohr. That's her 2nd. 3rd team foul in the quarter already. 51-41. Could be a strategy to keep control of the clock here by the Walnut Grove Lady Tigers. Cardos drives off the backboard, no good. Didn't have enough height on that one, and a foul going to be called. Probably on Brooklyn Moore, if I had to guess. It is. That'll be her 3rd. So Moss with 3. Moore with 3. Cardos with 4 for the Lady Bears on the floor. 5:20 on the clock here as Holman's in trouble. Long pass skips off the leg of Sabrina there and ends up in the hands of Henry. So Henry dribbles around over here. Kicks it over there to Anderson. Guarded well by Allie Cambier. Back up top. Henry looking for somewhere to go with it. Inside to Sadie Lohr. Back outside here. 3-pointer on the way from Anderson. Yes! Her 2nd of the quarter here to make this a 13-point ball game once again. Moss, little Euro step, no good. Rebounded by Moore, and Moore's going to pick up a foul. That's going to be on Holman. That'll be her 1st. That'll send Moore to line here to shoot 2. She's made 4 of 4 so far in the ball game. So just the first foul there on Holman, but it is the 4th team foul here in the quarter. Moore up and no good on the first. First one she's missed this evening. Now the 2nd for Moore. It is up. It is no good either. Misses both. Missed opportunity there for the Lady Bears. Back the other direction comes Anderson. Anderson kicks it up here to Henry. Henry dribbling left. That pass picked off, but ends up in the hands of Sadie Lohr anyway. Probably where they were headed with it in the first place. Back up top. Henry trying to dribble in through traffic. Moss covers Lohr inside to Sabrina. Sabrina up off the glass. She knew what to do. And that one is good. Sabrina now has 9 on the ball game for Walnut Grove. Cardos, step back 3. No. Rebounded by Braithwaite. We have a push called on Chesney. That'll be her first personal foul. Just a tick under 4 minutes to go here. Second team foul in the quarter. First for Chesney. And Bernie's going to check in here for Braithwaite. 3:59 on the clock here. Inbound to Sadie. Sadie kicks it over here to Henry. Henry almost loses it across half court there. Still in trouble. Gets it over here to Sadie. Sadie pass over to Henry. Henry in the corner to Anderson. Good pressure there by the Lady Bears. And a foul going to be called on Brooklyn Moore. That'll be her 4th. (56-41), 15-point lead for Walnut Grove here with 3.5 to go. Lohr up off the glass. No, rebounded by Cardos. Cardos standing there waiting for him to clear out. She'll bring it back across the timeline. She's going to try to drive the block. Kicks it out here to Bernie. Up to Moss. Moss drives in. Through traffic. Off the glass. No. Bernie can't get the rebound. Back the other way to Sadie. Sadie's got plenty of time. And up and off the glass. She did not care that Cardos was standing right there. She said either she's going to block me and get a foul, or I'm going to make the ball. Moss, spinner. No, misses it again. And a foul on Moss. That'll be her 4th. She's got 27 in the ball game. She's done her part. And a timeout going to be taken by Richland. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take one with them. We'll be back here in just a minute after this.
CNC Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at CNC Farm and Home in Lebanon and Bolivar. Whether you need products for lawn and garden, electrical, hardware, or housewares, the good folks at CNC have what you need. They also carry the essentials for pets and livestock, fencing, automotive care, clothing, and even toys. Since 1970, CNC has provided quality products and service in Lebanon, Bolivar, and the surrounding areas. So stop in today and see what CNC can do for you.
Oh no, there's a huge crack in my windshield. I need it fixed fast. What am I going to do?
You're going to call Glasshopper Mobile Glass Service. With 30 years of experience, Scott and Glasshopper has your glass covered, delivering top-quality professional and friendly service to the surrounding area. Whether it's a chip, crack, or shattered glass, windshields, liftgate windows, or anything in between, if it's auto glass, Glasshopper will fix it fast. Call Glasshopper LLC in Richland today, 573-765-4276.
3 minutes to go here in the 4th. Again, Walnut Grove's game to lose at this point. And that one is going to be a kickball violation. He'll stay here. Walnut Grove, not done anything incredibly fancy, not done anything incredibly, nothing out of pocket by any stretch. They have just played a pretty good, clean offensive game. They've shot well from the field for the most part. Got fouls where they needed the fouls. And they've gotten several key turnovers. Sadie Lohr gives herself 24 with that layup and makes it a 19-point lead. It was a 5-point lead about 4 minutes ago. And Moss going to draw a blocking foul there. So that'll be the 5th foul on the night for Ashton Anderson as she will foul out. That'll send Moss the line here to shoot 2 more. .219 on the clock here as Vincent will check in for Sabrina Lohr. Richland in the bonus now. Moss makes that one. Gives her 28 on the night. Second one up from the line here. Good, makes them both. Back inside here. Vincent, yes. They know that Cardos is the only defensive player they got. They're trying to get her fifth foul as quick as they can. And so they just kind of have to let him score. Here's a 2. Yes, great shot by Cambier. Her second bucket of the night here comes in the fourth quarter. Back around, minute 50 on the clock. Walnut Grove with this one pretty well in hand at this point, unless something crazy happens. Here's a 3, no. Rebound slapped out of there by Moss. Lower ends up on the ground. Cambier pulls up for the jumper, yes. Back the other direction goes Henry. Henry runs into pressure, ball is loose, ends up in the hands of the Bears. Long pass down here to Moss. Moss going to the hole against Doherty. And KK's going to pick up a foul there. Should be her second. That'll send Moss the line here to shoot 2 more. Made both on her last trip. Minute 21 left, though. It is more or less out of reach for the Lady Bears here. And that one will go. I'd call that a pretty good fight against the state-ranked team. Not just state-ranked, top 5 in Class 1. Second one up. No. It's going to go out of bounds off of Cambier. So 14-point lead with a minute 20 to go. Richland's going to have to pull a rabbit out of their hat if they intend to make this a comeback. Bounce pass underneath. Good. And that'll all but seal it. I believe that was KK making that one. Bernie from 3, no. KK's first bucket of the night there. Into Henry. 52 seconds on the clock here. Trying to dribble her way out of trouble, and she's going to step out of bounds. Here's the inbound to Moore. Kicks it back over here to Moss. Moss going directly to the lane. Kicks it out to Cardos for 3. No. Off the back of the basket. Rebounded by Moore. Moore mobbed. Moss to the hole, and a foul going to be assessed there on Vincent. That'll be her 5th. She'll foul out. And that'll send Moss to the line here to shoot 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This will be 16 and 17 attempts from the line tonight. First one is up and good. 36 seconds left on the clock. So these are all for Pride. Very unlikely they can make up this deficit in 36 seconds. Walnut Grove just too good at handling the ball, moving the ball here for that to be likely. And a quick pass underneath. No good on that shot. Rebounded underneath by KK. Kicks it back up here to Henry. 25 seconds on the clock here. Henry handles it around. Back over in the corner. Stolen away by Allie Cambier. She's going to go to the hole. Yes. Cambier has 6 of her 8 points here in the fourth quarter. 6 seconds on the clock. 5, 4, 3. They're going to make him work for it to the very last second. And there it is. So Walnut Grove wins this one 64-52. 24 points for Sadie Lohr. 32 points for Morgan Moss to finish out the game. as Walnut Grove picks up their 13th win of the season. Richland falls to 8-10 here. Thank you all. If you are from Walnut Grove, thank you for tuning in and watching us. We appreciate it. If you're from Richland, I appreciate you guys as always. Enjoy having you guys here every week. And we will see you guys, let's see. If it all works out, next week I should be in Norwood, or in Hartville rather. Hartville and Norwood girls on the 2nd. And then right back here on the 5th for Richland versus Eldon girls. And then the 10th, it'll be boys versus Cavalry Lutheran. And then the 12th, Paint It Pink night for Richland. Make sure you guys come out for the silent auction and the dessert auction. That'll be on February 12th. That's going to benefit the wife of the Dixon coach. It'll be Kayla and Logan Ray there. Beneficiaries for that Paint It Pink this year because nobody in this conference fights alone. So those shirt sales just ended, but you can still get in on that silent auction and the dessert auction here. Aside from that, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you all. And we'll be back in about 10 days here. Maybe not quite that long. We'll see you guys next time.
ZCM Timber Harvesting in Iberia is dedicated to getting you the best value for your timber. We know how hard you worked for your land and how important it is to you and your family. That's why we want to make your land work for you in return. With free, no-obligation consultations, ZCM Timber will get you the best value for your timber while conserving the integrity of your land. Call us today at 573-569-0592. The Bank of Iberia first opened its doors in 1899 and has been tirelessly serving the Miller, Pulaski, and surrounding counties ever since. You don't stay in business that long without knowing a thing or two about taking care of your neighbors. With branches in Iberia and Waynesville, they offer checking, savings, loans, and the friendly customer service that you've come to expect from your hometown bank. So roll on over to Rocktown or wheel into Waynesville and find out what the Bank of Iberia can do for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. When disaster strikes, every second matters. Water, fire, mold, and storm damage or trauma cleanup can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to face it alone. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, our certified restoration experts are on call 24/7, arriving fast to protect what matters most. From cleanup to complete rebuild, we restore your home or property and your peace of mind. If you need help fast, give us a call. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, we master any disaster. For 125 years, the Marys County Bank has been dedicated to serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. We have friendly in-house services for your auto, ag, home, business, and personal banking needs. With 11 locations including Richland and St. Robert, the Marys County Bank is a convenient way to manage your finances. Come see a friendly face today at any of our 11 locations and let our knowledgeable staff serve your needs. The Marys County Bank, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. CNC Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at CNC Farm and Home in Lebanon and Bolivar. Whether you need products for lawn and garden, electrical, hardware, or housewares, the good folks at CNC have what you need. They also carry the essentials for pets and livestock, fencing, automotive care, clothing, and even toys. Since 1970, CNC has provided quality products and service in Lebanon, Bolivar, and the surrounding areas. So stop in today and see what CNC can do for you.
Oh no, there's a huge crack in my windshield. I need it fixed fast. What am I going to do?
You're going to call Glasshopper Mobile Glass Service. With 30 years of experience, Scott and Glasshopper has your glass covered, delivering top-quality, professional, and friendly service to the surrounding area. Whether it's a chip, crack, or shattered glass, windshields, liftgate windows, or anything in between, if it's auto glass, Glasshopper will fix it fast. Call Glasshopper LLC in Richland today, 573-765